Hello everybody, it's another Q&A, another Q&A. So I'm going to have a wee Q&A with you and have some fun and have a wee look at the questions and looking forward to it. Okay, Amanda Bray says, hi Marty, absolutely love the Q&A sessions again. I've been a huge fan since Popped In Sold Out. Wow, a few years then to say the least. Your pop passed on, sorry to hear that, 3 years ago, and I still have the cassette which I love to play. Cassette! Wow, cassette. Apparently they're making a comeback, cassettes. Apparently so. I mean, I love vinyl and cassettes, and so I'm big into that. My question to you is, do you have a favourite album you recorded and why? Well, they're all very special in certain ways. I guess your first album that you do is when you first get so excited that you play all your friends, and because you suddenly go from recording and wee cassette decks to going into like a big studio, and all the sound levels and the quality of the sound improves and the techniques improved of recording you. So I guess the first time, and the first solo album as well and stuff like that, but I guess the one that I enjoyed most was Moonlight Over Memphis, purely because I knew how to set up my stall in the studio by that time, and working with one of the last albums I made with Willie Mitchell, and it was just so very special for me because he was kind of took a little seat back, and he said, I think this one is. You're going to be driving the car, which is never a very good idea. But it definitely gave me confidence, a lot more confidence when he said that. And so and they're all very special. Because of what I have a tendency to do is I love a destination. So if I'm working, I'll either go to somewhere like the south of France, America, Switzerland. I've recorded all over the world, from Dublin to New York to Los Angeles, and I think that always makes it good for me, because I just love to travel, and when the doors closed, I suppose you could be anywhere in the studio, but when it opens, it's nice to have a nice vibe and be able to go and and explore the city, be it Chicago or wherever I'm working, But so my favourite album that I recorded is Moonlight Over Memphis. Yeah, all right, great. And you still love the cassettes? I don't know if that ever came out in cassette. I don't know. Yeah, brilliant. What's the next question? Big Ted from Chicago. Well, we were just talking about Chicago there. I just mentioned that in my last question. Is there a song that out there that you wish you had written? Oh yeah. Oh, loads, absolutely tons. But funny enough, the first last night when I was kind of on, like YouTube and just going about watching stuff on the internet, I came across Chris Isaac's Wicked Game, and I thought that was a magnificent song, and so I guess that that was last night. That was my song for last night. I thought, oh, I wish I'd written that. That's a great song, and and you know what? I'm gonna have a wee sing at that later on for you, because I've always wanted to sing it, and well, hope you enjoy it. Big Ted from Chicago, Illinois, love it. Christine from Austria. Oh yeah, I know who you are, Christine. Every time you meet me, we've met a few times, you introduce yourself as, hello, my name's Christine and I am from Vienna, which is a wonderful city, beautiful. The times that I've been there, it's just been incredible. You're so lucky to be there. Some great cafes and architecture there's incredible there. The whole Art Nouveau and the whole Art Deco period of that city is just incredible, and like I said, good place to get a coffee. So what's your question here? Do you speak a foreign language? I do. I think my Glaswegian, that I speak fluent Glaswegian, which in some cases can be perplexing and sound like a foreign language to some folks, but a wee bit of French, but all badly, all very, very badly. At school we did French and a little bit of German, so, but oh my god, I wasn't exactly the best student for that, so but I'm good at sign language and I'm a great pointer. Huh? So, good question. Elaine Wall asks, what did she ask? What did she ask? Hi Marty, if you could turn back time, yeah. What age would you choose and why? Well, I guess not a particular age. If I could turn back time, I think I'd like to go to the 20s, the 1920s, because I loved that time. They talk about the 60s being so provocative and, very, very dangerous. But the 20s, I think, was just really rocking it. The whole way that they dressed, the way that the women dressed, and I loved that, and that period, not just like for cars and architecture, the Art Deco, that whole movement was just a powerful time for me. And great, awesome songwriters. No Coward was it. All those sort of cats who were just like really putting it out there and really breaking down barriers and and I just love this style. It just seems so, there's a great sensuality to it that I find very appealing. And it's just a wonderful time. That whole period, and it just fascinates me. And I love, like I say, I love the cars and the clothes, and just a special time. Great question, Elaine. Roz Sheerans. Hi Marty, how did you feel on Top of the Pops for the first time? Incredible. That's like an institution, isn't it? When you're growing up and watching TV, and that was our music programme of my generation, Top of the Pops, and you'd watch it, and what was the name of the dancers like Legs and Co, Pam's people? Was that a dance routine or a troupe? I remember those days and watching them, and they just all looked so glamorous but when you watch it back, sometimes you look back and you go, oh my god, look at some of those clothes that they were wearing. But I just think Top of the Pops, when you get there, it's your dream time to go there. That you've kind of like waited all your life as a musician, that you hope and you dream that you'll get on there one day, and then suddenly you're there, and the people that we met on all those occasions at Top of the Pops. There was a bar there, and you'd go and you'd meet people from Whitney Houston to Tom Jones, and from Tom Jones to Def Leppard or Michael Hutchins, NXS, and I remember so many people, meeting so many artists there, and just being generally excited. And I love to sneak in when the people were doing their part and watch how the crowd would love it and whip it up. And so over the years, I have often fond memories of doing Top of the Pops many times, especially with Love Is All Around. I think they had us on 14 weeks in a row or something mad like that. And it was just a great time. So doing Top of the Pops is brilliant, and I love watching the reruns because it just makes me think of being a wee kid and watching Sweet and Blockbuster, and David Bowie and Brian Ferry, and the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. As a matter of fact, I caught a couple of days ago watching it, and they showed a video, and it was David Soul, David Soul singing, and it was just I can remember that time, him singing it with the black polo neck on. Top of the Pops, and my mum and everybody swooning over David. Yeah, Starsky and Hutch. What a great programme that was. I absolutely adored that. Seeing Starsky and Hutch. Maybe that's where my love for cardigans comes from. Yeah, I love a cardigan, it's fair to say. Yeah, Starsky and Hutch, great. Love Starsky and Hutch, Kojak. And I always makes me laugh when I think, I love the Rockford Files, but it always makes me laugh. There was a detective series called Cannon, and every time I watched him, I always was amazed at how quickly he got to the top of the stairs, because he was quite a heavy set man, and then he would just show up at the top of the stairs. They never showed him running up the stairs, but yeah, and what else? And Columbo, I adored Peter Falk. Loved him in The Princess Bride too. An incredible artist, not only as an actor, but as an artist, as a painter. Incredible. If you ever get a chance, go and have a wee look at his work. Wonderful. So Good question, Ross. So Mandy Ellis has got a question, and it's, Marty, would you do a reality programme? Would you go on Strictly or The Jungle? Well, you get asked quite a lot to. Would that be something that would appeal to you? And that pendulum swings big time. Because I don't know how I would deal with the cameras all that time. With you. I mean, I remember doing a programme called Just the Two of Us, and that was great because it was about singing, and so I could, the good point of reference there, and I thoroughly enjoyed the whole process. And Hannah Waterman, Dennis Waterman's daughter, I did it with, and she did incredibly well and won the programme for us. So I was kind of proud of how well she done, but. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one. I mean, I remember talking to Jason Donovan when we were doing War of the Worlds, me and Rick. So Rick from the Kaiser Chiefs, lovely man too. Big shout out to him. And Jason and I asked Jason, I said, how did you get on with Strictly? And he said, you've got to really embrace the whole concept of it and don't question it and go and enjoy it for what it is. And he had an absolute blast. And I wish sometimes I could be a wee bit like that, and just say, oh, you know what, let's just drop your shoulders and go and have a good time and have some fun on it. And I believe you me, I would have fun because I've done things like Chicago and stuff like that, and everybody goes one way, I go the other way, but I do it with great panache and style. So who knows? And some of the cooking programs are like, I get asked quite a lot to do them. I just think that I've got to kind of maybe drop my shoulders and maybe just embrace a wee bit more of that and have a wee bit fun. Maybe I will do it one day, don't know. But good question, Mandy. So what's my next question from Corinne I don't know how you pronounce your name. Vuyk. Is that Vuk? Is that Vuk? Corinne Vuk? Corinne Vuk. Thank you for answering more questions. And and I hope my pronunciation's right. Terrible. How are things going with your musical? Do you have more time to work on it now? Yes, I do, and that's what I've been spending a lot of time doing. And it's coming on leaps and bounds. And I did a workshop where I got a bunch of actors to come in and start reading from the page, and that helped me enormously because I could see what bits were working and what bits were clearly not working, and engaging in the actors' imaginations really made the piece come alive. So I've been working on it, and it's something that's a real labour of love, but it will see the light of day, thank heavens. And it's just great to be working with people in musical theatre, because I really adore musical theatre and good musical theatre, and it is definitely a collaborative piece, where it's the power of the collective who are all feeding into this one story to make it come alive. And I think that's magnificent, from the choreographer to the director, and I just think it's just a great art form. And it's hard work, it really is hard work, and been a great eye-opener for me, but it's a pleasure to be writing it with Grant and Jack and Sean and Gary directing, all these great people who are coming in, and Bill Kenwright's involved in it, and been very supportive of it. So I mean, all in all, it's going to see the light of day, and it's exciting. And I think because it embraces my Scottish heritage, that it is going to be special to my heart. And because like I said, I always looked across the pond for my influences, and musically, when I had such a rich heritage on my own doorstep. And so I've really embraced that Celtic theme within it, and that's really making it shine, and it's quite special. And I really hope when it sees the light of day, I hope people can come along and support it and enjoy it, because it's quite a magical story. So yeah, I've been working away on it, and will continue working away on it, because they don't come easy to me, it doesn't, that particular side, when you're writing for individuals and characters and, different voices, and, so but it's great. It's great. We're moving on with it. So, Corinne Vuk, yeah? I hope I got it right, yeah. You watch how you say that, Vuk, eh? Donna McLean says, "Hi Marty, loving the sessions. Thank you very much. So am I, genuinely loving them. Have a great. It's great when I read your feedback, and some of the songs you asked me to sing, I've not sang for a while, and That's great. Yeah. I remember once reading that you were training to be a painter and decorator when when you were young. Do you still do your own decorating? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'm quite good at it. You know, because painting and decorating, it's all about the prep. It's all about prep with painting and decorating. I find it, you know, very therapeutic. I wouldn't like to do it as a all day, every day. But you know, what you asking me to maybe come round and price a job for you or something like that. Jeez, well, you know, in the downtime that I have just now, you know, that might not be a wee bad idea. The singing painter decorator. Oh yeah. But yeah, I actually enjoyed my time doing that. You know, working there because you know I think about it with fond memories because the people that I was working with were great comedians and the banter, and I miss that to a certain degree. You know, but it's working on a building site because oof, you got to be fast, you got to be quick, you know, because if they won't, you know, especially if you're an apprentice, oh, they'll rip you to pieces, you know. But yeah, great days. Yeah, I'm not bad with the paintbrush. Yeah, singing, painting, and decorator. Oh no! Oh, I remember seeing on the on a van once in Glasgow, and it was a painting and decorator firm, and you know how when you know somebody does if they're not very good at their job or the chance in their arm when they come and do their job, they call them cowboys, and it was this Indian company. I can't remember what the gentleman's name was on the side of the van, but he said, "You've used the cowboys, now try the Indians," you know, and I thought that was very funny. I thought on the side of his van. Love to work for him then. Oh yeah, love Indian food too. Yeah, I really do. Oh, I might eat Indian now. I like pakora. I love jalfrezi and good Indian food. It's great, great. I'm hungry now. So Donna, hope that answers your question. Donna kebab, like a kebab. I'm starving. Emma Hetherington. Oh, Emma, oh God, I know you. Good writer yourself there. I see your question is, hey Marty, I'd love to know if you have a favourite songwriter. Well, Emma, hello to you and the family. It varies from time to time. You know, singer-songwriters like Jackson Browne, I bang on about him, or, you know, James Taylor and Joni Mitchell, Dylan. It goes on and on and on, you know. And I love that. I love collaborations like Elton John and Bernie Taupin. I love, you know, that Ellis stuff. Bowie, you know, we're blessed to have so much to choose from now and access at our fingertips through the internet. And because I always think it was fascinating when I was growing up, we'd go to record stores and you'd wait in a queue until they opened, and then you would go and purchase your favourite record and talk about it there. Now people just have it at the access, you know, with the advent of YouTube and Spotify. People can just stream everything by the artist instantly. So I love that whole journey of discovery of going to a record store and buying your record, saving up for your wee record and having your collection. I was never one of these people who put it in alphabetical order though. You know, that always seemed way too together for me, you know. And I always thought it was interesting that when you go visit somebody, you go to their record collection, and it's a great wee insight to see how they tick or what kind of music they like. And you know, so there would always be the first thing I'd love to go over and have a wee look at their record collection. And I think that gives you, that lets you know exactly who you're dealing with when you have a wee look at what inspires them musically. So all the best, Emma. Ta-da.